Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Crusaders of the Lost Idols weekly stream with art. um, we're coming to you live from beautiful Victoria, British Columbia today. Obviously, we haven't moved. I'm Erika, the live services manager for Crusaders and the community manager for Codename Entertainment, and with me is the lead artist for Crusaders, Kat.
Hello.
So we'll be going over the Imani Saskun coloring sheets this morning before we get into drawing a fun little polymorph lessons scene.
Yeah. So, as always, just gonna take a quick look through. Thanks to everybody for participating and showing all your different takes on the character. It's a nice real media one with kind of a rainbowy background. And a much more cohesively colored, I guess, blue and black. This has got a nice glow on the sword. Very cool. Oh, squiggles.
Wonder whose sheet that is.
Yeah. I also like that they've changed Imani's expression ever so slightly. Yeah. This is one of the AI colored ones, I think. Been seeing those pop up more recently. They're pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice multicolors and bright colors. I really like that background, actually. Seeing all the different takes. Very fiery. This one.
Yeah.
The purple's pretty nice, and a little bit of detail into her eye and teeth. Oof. Very bright. Pastels. This one's got a bunch of shading and shine. A lot of extra effort. Definitely appreciate. Very good.
It almost looks like fire in the background, too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, it was just a couple different versions from the same person. They didn't seem to know which one they liked best, so I just put all of them in, because it's good, yeah. And another nice pencil crayon one. The sword looks really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Or another pencil crayon one with another rainbow background in the other direction. It works well.
Yeah.
More sort of fiery with her canon colors. Ooh, very different colors. Those are good purples. Very different colors. Oh.
The texture again.
Yeah, quite the texture going on in the background. Very dark Imani. Colorful. Yeah, hopping back and forth, kind of. Very blue, but the red stands out really nicely, and the green.
Yeah.
No. Colored lines, yeah, sure. Kind of almost muted colors for Imani, and then very bright purples. Looks real good together. Yeah. Yeah, I think people had fun with the very colorful background nonsense, so I'm glad that worked out, because I was kind of at a loss of what to do with it.
Yeah, no, it's cool how they interpreted the background.
Yeah, that's the last one. So, as always, thank you for participating and sharing with us your work, and hope you have fun. And today I'm going to be drawing two of the 11th objective Crusaders, because they don't get a lot of love. And feel free to ask all your questions to Erika.
So we got some of our regulars in chat. We've got G Freeze and JS Random Numbers and Regnar and Rajkubek and Kedgear and Stormcrow and Jabal and Leptimus. So we do have some questions already. Slab McLartuge is asking, good afternoon, Kat and Erika. After 2 weeks of dungeoning under our belts, what has surprised you and what are maybe 2 to 3 things you want to tweak? I'd say the surprise is how much the players glommed onto it, but then again, there's idols on it, so I probably shouldn't have been surprised.
It's definitely a pleasant surprise that it's gone over well.
Yeah, no. I was really worried about it going over well, so I'm very glad that it went over well. 2 to 3 things that I want to tweak. I still want to lower the point curve, just playing with some numbers. Now that we're 2 weeks in and we have 2 weeks worth of data, still want to do something with the idols so that you can benefit from the purchased idols buffs. I did mention there were achievements planned for that, so getting those achievements in would be good. Yeah. And then reviewing the rewards later on in the season, for sure. Xlade, hi guys, you found out what kind of tweaks you're going to do with the dungeon. Basically what Slab McLarty just asked, but then Xlade follows up with, what I'm really asking is, should I be spending my coins on the extra runs or should I hold on to them? Well, I'm not adding the rewards right away. Those will come a little bit later, but it's really up to you how prepared you want to be with your dungeon coins. Hardball UK joined us. Howdy all. Thank you for the code and especially the crypt. Been interesting. Oh, awesome.
Howdy.
Howdy. Zaba says, hello, can you add a disenchant all button? It's definitely something we get requested a lot. It may be something we add in the future, but there's no guarantees. Oh boy, Gragatrim says, in case you missed it, someone broke Area 10,000 a few hours ago.
Oh, wow.
Let me guess, that was Xlade?
It's nice to know the game can handle it.
Yeah, I mean, it just has to keep drawing backgrounds, right? Ian Sam says, I did a dungeon and got no reward. If I ever beat which is which, will I get the reward from the dungeon? I mean, they're designed to go deep, so you need to be able to get to at least Area 3500 to start benefiting from the dungeons. Although you can still get the idle buff, so it's if you feel the idle buff actually works for you, then you might get some benefits from doing the dungeons when you unlock them in the beginning. Gragatrim says it was Freak Loco in the Discord. Would be Area 10,000. Interesting. Starinda says, thank you so much for the less detailed coloring sheet this week. My kids are super excited about it.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah, it's kind of an experiment, but definitely anybody who appreciates it or has kids who appreciate us, totally let us know. And it can be something that we can try and continue to do going forward. So, really happy to hear that.
Junks27 says, where do I go to change skins in the game? I must be missing it. It's the little pieces like the top hat and the skirt button, the purple button underneath the Taskmaster button on the left-hand side of this bench. So you open that and then you can see the skins you have for Crusaders, or you can see all the skins available. G-Freeze, are y'all doing a talent update after the anniversary? One of the big updates coming, or one of the planned updates for later this year is another talent update. Xlade says right now people who are doing more sprint and short-oriented runs are getting more out of the dungeons than us who attempt to go as deep as possible. What's in the works to change this? Interesting. We'll have to review that, but there's nothing immediately in the works to change that. It's definitely changed since last week already, so... Croc, you probably already covered this, but how do you pronounce Esorknak? The J is silent. I think I wrote out the pronunciation on the Reddit post for the event, too.
And not everybody goes to Reddit.
Yeah, I know. Although it might get more popular with Kong closing the forums.
Yeah.
Matthew Adams says, got 2 epic gear for Esorgnak. Nice. Congrats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Qbert73, regarding the dungeons, I'm only at 2 billion idols, and the idol buff is great. The coins and points are so slow and the payoff so weak that it's not remotely a factor for me. I'm not sure when that might change. Fair. It does have such a wide range of players doing the dungeons, because like you can get at them fairly easily. So yeah. Definitely something to review for season 2. T Bobby says, thanks again, Erika. Cheers. GSR says their first dungeon for idols is Under Fire, which is one of the smaller formations. Lexi Ree says, joining late lunch as I'm actually in the office today. Wow, congrats on getting back to your office.
Mm-hmm.
Elfi says, feedback for dungeons. The max rewards for the pass are not achievable in time until expiry of pass. Disappointed. The current dungeon coin shop choice is not sufficient, so be expanded. The percentage bonus seems OP compared to old free play rewards. Fair comments. The pass is achievable if you're one of the crazy players who can do lots of runs for lots of points. It's balanced at doing your 15 runs to the 1600 point range per week. But yeah, we are aware that the rewards are a bit lackluster for the dungeons at the moment, aside from the idols. Slab McLartude, I just wanted to say I was impressed with how well balanced Esorgnak was, given how rushed you folks must have been with dungeons and then vacation day. It was a nice addition to the meta forums without being broken. Interesting.
Good to hear.
Yeah. Drunks, do the skins always add tags only? Do they ever remove them? Like Biff the Magic Rabbit gets the robot tag, does he lose any tag? I think because that's a cyborg skin, he just gets the robot tag. If you get Rena's the Foul skin, that removes her good tag and adds the evil tag, in addition to making her undead. What are some other ones? If you get Anna's dragon skin, that removes her leprechaun and animal, removes her leprechaun as dragon animal tags to her.
Yeah, I want to say that more skins remove something while giving something than just give something.
Yeah, like Biff and Billy are the exception, because like Billy has basically no tags, so making him a human alien is fine.
between all the questions, if people can give me random objects that have been halfway transmogrified into a frog to put in this little pile on the side, that would be cool. For now, I'm just gonna start into the actual detail of stuff.
Xlade is saying those who do faster runs basically go to 0 coins each week and gain idols twice as fast as those who go deep, but those who go deep are getting a coin stash. The increments are a fine idea, but perhaps would be lower at a lower area count and go higher without becoming silly. Oh, so like not always 0.15, but step it up to benefit going deeper. Fair point. Alphi proposal, please replace the gold missions with experience missions. Gold missions make no sense except pushing mission number achievement. Fair. Slab McLartude says, the art for Queen is my favorite one for all Crusaders in the game. The walk animation is excellently done.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I tried really hard on her. I'm glad it shows.
Shotnik, is the dungeon difficulty the same as the first free world or lower, higher? It is the same difficulty as the World's Wake free play. Anjox, are you planning to put Crusaders or skins in the next season pass? Is that a good or creative idea? I haven't started thinking about the second season rewards yet. I'm trying to get through the first season. Sorry. Sepul Soul, good day team. When is someone considered an endgame player? It's not all about the idols anymore, so... I mean, obviously, I don't know, what would you call an endgame player? I think if you can make a level 12 to 14 legendary item and you've managed to hit like the 500 billion idol mark, maybe closer to the trillions, yeah. It's hard to say what an endgame player is. Ekmillion, hey Erika, hey Kat. Hello.
Hello.
How can I complete achievements from Search for Simon event if you told that it is not available or you can remove it? You can complete the achievements for using the Crusaders and for gearing them. You just can't complete the achievements for recruiting them or spending the event currency. So it is on the to-do list to eventually do something for those ones. G-Freeze, is Betty's Rally of the Troops buff possible to 5,000% without gear? The most I can get is 1,000. I believe you need some gear to help with that achievement. Someone says, draw a half-frog fire extinguisher.
Sounds good. Thank you.
And then Lexi Ree says, books, potion bottles, a ruler, and Clorox wipes. And then Bluest Blood says, a half-frog hammer.
Thanks, guys.
Oh no, then they changed their answer to a half-frog hamburger.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It would look very funny, so I will probably do it. Rocks. Okay, cool.
Off Diddy saying they get more out of a dungeon run to Area 500 than doing a normal free play to 500. Well, that makes sense. Balder549, hi Kat and Erika. Hi.
Hello.
Will dungeon seasons follow each other or only so many per year? The idea is like they're seasonal and they're exactly 12 weeks, so they should just, keep rolling into each other. Hoff asks, are you going to have a standalone server site for this game, like at CNE Games or something, or are we going to be forced to go to Steam once Flash dies? We will be offering a launcher from the Codename Games website as well. It'll be debuting later this year, if you don't want to link your account to Steam. Kedgear saying endgame probably means all 11th objectives currently available, completed, and then capped on Arithmagician talent. That feels really endgame then. Shotnik81, how big is the whole team working on the game? Well, in the beginning, it was almost the entire company. But now that it is old and mostly arted, because we're not changing the events, and mostly running okay. We've got Kevin as the lead programmer, Kat as lead artist, me as design and tickets and stuff, and then we get a little bit of help from marketing, so they do like most of the Twitter posts and the Facebook posts, but I handle the Reddit. And marketing still does the emails, thankfully. That is such a help on the email part. And then Justin pokes his nose in occasionally. He was checking on the server health this morning, which is awesome. And we can ask him for questions if we need to, but yeah, it's just basically the three of us keeping the game running right now.
Yep.
Bluest Blood, thank you for adding dungeons. I really love them. Awesome. Any chance of adding more Steam achievements? If we ever add more permanent campaigns to the game, we'll add Steam achievements for those tier 1 objectives and those new permanent campaigns. But as it sits, not adding any more Steam achievements at this point. Just in-game ones. Dash of Pepper Crusaders, my first stream. Oh, welcome.
Yeah, good to see you.
Twitch Pal Player, thank you for the chest. Hope y'all had a great week. Yeah, it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Someone is wondering why Nightbot commands show up in the Twitch chat. That's just how bots on Twitch work. Oh boy. Yes, I am Erika and this is Kat doing the drawing. For those of you just joining us. Armored Knight 8, will there ever be any rewards to go over dungeon area 10,500? Eventually. Didn't think players would get that close to 10,000 yet, but apparently it just got broken today, so we'll need to put some rewards in there eventually. GSR, any chance of removing that awful top to bottom challenge formation and replace it with one of the dungeon formations? We're not planning any changes to the challenges currently, but we'll keep that in mind. Croc, have you figured out a way to get Steam achievements credited for the accomplishments outside of Steam? Once more players have migrated their accounts to Steam, then we'll look into fixing everybody at once with the Steam achievements. Xlade, is the upcoming rewards in the dungeon shop going to be related to what we're doing in the shop, i.e. help us go deeper, or are we looking at one-off purchases like Taskmasters or the like? Well, there will be the one-off purchase of the Little Reaper Taskmaster if you didn't earn it during the season, but there could be more buff-like things in the dungeon shop too, so. Elf High, I noticed one difference to other idle games. It's not possible to perma-activate the abilities due to the 50% reduction cap. Does it still make sense, or could you imagine 100% reduction nowadays? I don't think we'll be changing the active abilities too much. You have the Select Crusader gear that lets you go beyond the 50% reduction cap, and there is the Instant Satisfaction talent, which gives you a chance to have the ability refresh right away. And the Taskmasters do activate the abilities, and then you can always use time warps to clear out the timer if you need to. So. Ragnar, for Kat, what new art went into the dungeons versus what you were able to recycle? Anything new that you really liked? Well, you did the dialogue, right?
Yeah, that the embellishments, I guess, on the dialogue, the top and bottom crypt and the skull. Pretty happy about the skull, and when you hover over the buy pack button, it gets all spooky. I mean, the actual icons for the objectives, though I did those a long time ago, like before COVID, yeah. I think. Yeah. So it doesn't feel new, but it was new for you guys, I guess. Mm-hmm. I think that was, and the coins.
Yeah, you did the coins.
Yeah, but particularly proud of the UI embellishments, because that was the first time I did anything like related to UI, and I was super intimidated by it at first, and then it was actually like, oh, actually this is fine. Yeah. This isn't the hard part of UI, this is the fun part.
Yeah, it's not like setting it up and making it look pretty programmatically.
9 scale slicing. Ugh. I haven't had to learn that yet, but probably someday.
And you did do a cool monster back in the day, but it did not make it into this round of dungeons, but it will see the light of day soon.
Okay. And of course the Little Reaper, you know, he's super cute. I specifically went cute.
Javel, is there any chance for 11th dungeon objective with some heavier prerequisites and an 11th objective grade reward? Huh. I had just planned on the 10 for now, but we can keep that in mind for next season. Zerbrew, hello there, you beautiful and awesome people. Erika, your hair looks gorgeous today. Had a nice day, so I'm sharing my good mood. Oh, I'm glad you had a good day today.
Yeah, very nice of you. Share the love.
Croc, do you plan to have the same formations with each season of the dungeons or new ones each time? Someone asked on Reddit, and my answer there was possibly change a couple. I don't think we'd change all 10, but, you know, we'll see when we get there. GSR, suggestion for one of the upcoming Crusaders, a Crusader that improves the upgrades of Crusaders, not the formation abilities, but strictly just the upgrades. Huh. That wouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Bluest Blood, I am so excited about the frog burger. I am absolutely coloring this sheet.
I'm glad.
I'm actually wearing a purple shirt today, Half Diddy. It just looks a little black on the webcam for some reason. And you missed last week. I was wearing a red and white shirt. Mm-hmm. Starinda, any chance we're going to get the icons on the objective menu that shows which bonus is which map instead of having to click each one, like on the dungeon screen? So like you just want to be able to hover the highlighted dungeon instead of having to open it to see which thing on the dialogue is highlighted. Xlade, level 17 now, by the way. I would love to hear if you and Kevin have discussed putting some kind of reward structure on the other side of Little Reaper. No, we have not gotten there yet. Elfhigh, I like the rework of Event Crusaders skills that only worked under special circumstances to DPS for all. I hope you continue to do that. Yeah, we'll continue to iterate on the Crusaders as the game continues. Pyvor, can we get a creepy dungeon theme map for the next season of Dungeons? I was going to ask you about that, Kat. It's like, if we did like 3 backgrounds, that wouldn't be crazy time, right? You'd have to remember how to do backgrounds.
Yeah, I'll have to get back to you on that. It's been a very long time since I did any backgrounds. I mean, as with anything, like, it's doable as long as it sort of more depends on what's going on around it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm in the middle of doing an event in a Crusader and all that stuff, then yeah. But it's possible. Shrug.
Yeah. So we might have some new backgrounds for season 2, depending on art time.
Yeah, I feel like I've said this a lot, but the art demands as a single artist for keeping this game up to date are a little tight with the timelines, mostly due to COVID. I was way faster in the office, but yeah, right now is not the best time, unfortunately.
Dash of Pepper, does anyone on your team participate in the Discord to see various ways that the community interacts with the new content? That is an unofficial fan-run Discord, and after some early experiences in it a few years ago, I have not wanted to poke my nose back in there, and I would prefer to get the community stuff from the Reddits and the Steam forums, which are the official ones. G-Freeze, for the talent update, will you make a talent that increases the rate of event chest drops? So how would that work? Like, it would actually add event chests to the event free play or something? Oh, event currency. So speed up the time between event currency. Well, we already have the Head Start talent, which gives you the 2,500 currency at the beginning of the event. And the Time Warps do give you event currency as well. But maybe there's room to do some more with event currency as well. Slab McLaritude, hopefully relatively simple quality of life. Stuff for the dungeons. 1, showing the max level per dungeon objective on the objective screen. 2, showing the bonus types graphically on the objective screen, similar to how they are showing on the dungeon UI screen itself. I can talk with Kevin about that second one. It may be possible in the future. Alphi, I would also like the quality of life that Slab mentioned. Fair enough, fair enough. It has come up a bunch since the release of the dungeon. Xlade says the moderators on the Discord are doing an awesome job and the community is in a healthy place. So,
Well, good.
yeah, I mean,
we kind of want to let you guys do your own thing. You know, there's a difference in the way that people interact when they're being observed by like official means than when they're in their own space.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hubert, I only realized Time Warps gave event currency about 2 weeks ago after playing for nearly 2.5 years. But the Time Warp tells you what it does, I think. Hoftity says, wait, we can play this on CNE Games? Oh, well, yes, we already have the browser version of Crusaders on our CNE Games website since last year. And so you can already pre-link there if that's where you wanted to play once the launcher's available for the End of Flash. G-Freeze, I just realized that Time Warps give experience. Played for 2 years. Yeah, Time Warps are pretty awesome with the experience and the reduction of the active ability timers and then the event currency. Not so much the gold anymore, but say Livy. Zebaru. Uh-oh, it's lucky stream time again. I knew you guys are lucky charms. I finished my 20 starter Crusader skins. I'm a happy guy today. Thanks very much. Oh, awesome. Time Warp does not say event currency. Probably should update that then.
Yeah, I thought that was like the main thing people used it for now.
Yeah. I guess it's the Idle Champions one that calls out the event currency if an event's running, maybe? There's a link that takes players to AOL games on the Crusaders website still. Odd. But yeah, if you're playing on the Codename Games website, then the forum would be the ancient Codename Games forum on the normal place. I, being a community manager, G-Freeze, I am in the Idle Champions community, and I think we both beta tested it, right? Or alpha tested it in the beginning.
Yeah, I definitely played it a bunch in the beginning, especially when I was actually working on it.
And yeah, you did all the equipment art for like 2 years before I got you on Crusaders again.
Yeah. A whole lot.
Yeah, so like while we're the Crusaders team, we're still involved and know what's going on with Idle Champions, ish.
Mostly. I think you probably more than me and Kevin, because you also do the community management stuff.
Yeah.
For me at least, I know that I basically just hear stuff in the meetings and occasionally in other channels on Mattermost, and for the most part I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Oh no.
Oh boy. Oh, it just zoomed out.
Yeah. I hit a weird button. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Slab McLartude, do you have any thoughts on the discussion about changing the dungeon bonus idols to be more smooth? For example, the every 100 areas instead of per 500. In some ways, having the cliff be every 500 is nice to eject early and start another one, but making it every 100 would push players to really try to max how deep they go without really changing the overall number of idols rewarded. It has been brought up. We are still discussing the stuff. Croc, with the migration to Steam, are there plans to enable Whisper private messaging between users? We don't plan to have a Whisper function in our in-game chat on Steam because you have your friends chat system already. And it's harder for us to moderate whispers. So like if you're being abused by a whisper, it's not the best thing for us. Zerbrew. By the way, good job with the Natalie skin. It looks a bit like Lara Croft. I think I forgot that, and also I think I didn't say that once. Thank you for the codes each week for the streams and Q&As.
Well, thank you. Yeah, being, Nate's sister and Nate having a pretty obvious basis in a certain character, I figured she should be more adventure-y.
L5, proposal. 2 possible new uses for rubies, which I would find interesting. The additional dungeon run token and the reroll the bonus dungeons. Huh. True, there are rubies as a currency. We'll keep that in mind for some possible uses. Although, would that go in the dungeon depot itself and then you just pay rubies, or would that be in the ruby store? Or both? Huh. Excellent. You guys got an ETA on when we can get individual highest area on the 10 formations. It's a lot cooler to compare each formation on their own accord rather than against Jungle Journey. Probably soon. Yeah, I think that's probably soon. Sooner than that soon, Vingummy. Ilsa with her crazy eyes going on.
Part of her character, man.
Yep. You know, by saying that, Hoff Diddy, I'm tempted to just constantly giggle now. So, you can have a giggle ASMR Crusader stream. Unless we get more Crusaders questions. MJ Doom, one more nag, new skins coming to the skin shop sometime soon. Yes, I would like to do some new skins in the skin shop.
By that, do you mean getting the event skins in, or a new skin shop exclusive pack, sort of?
Well, I mean exclusives, but yeah, you're right. Maybe the player meant just getting the past event skins in there.
I always like doing skins. It's always about time. So.
Oh, yeah, they just want the event skins there. Oh, okay. Well, we need to update the game to get the weekend promo for tomorrow in. So I will check with Kevin about getting those event skins in the store. I know I said I'd try to do that with the event last week, but since it ended up being so late in the day on Friday when it actually got out last week, I didn't feel like adding one more thing to Kevin's plate. Speaking of the weekend promo, I was super creative this time. So it's the weekend promo is titled Aliens.
Aliens.
I wonder if Kevin's gonna keep my flavor text for it or not. It would be kind of funny if he did.
I mean, when I was coming up with stuff for it, I just kept imagining that meme of that guy with the crazy hair going, aliens. So,
yeah, that's part of what that's part of what I was thinking of when I named it too. But it's gonna buff Mindy, Adina, Rex, Xigalix and Queen Isorgnak, and the golden epic will be for Xigalix. And X-Lade says, shout out to Kevin and all the things on his plate.
Yeah, we work hard for you guys.
Well, Mindy has an alien skin, right? Slab McLarchuge?
Yeah.
Armored Knight 8. Want to say overall, I am really enjoying the dungeons. I've been waiting for % Idle games for a while, and I'm looking forward to Little Reaper 2. Aw, awesome.
Good.
Dash of Pepper. Does Codename have any sort of support us with donations fund if someone wanted to send you money but didn't have anything left in-game to purchase? That's not something that's come up before, actually. Yeah, we just have all the in-game purchases.
It's a very sweet thought, though. There are other games.
Yeah. Ragnar, early request to make Kevin come on stream for the anniversary week stream. Aw. Yeah, but he really doesn't want to be on camera, so I don't want to force him to come on.
Yeah.
Slab McLarchuge. Concept of a boosted Mindy for the weekend. Haha. Gragatrim's forecasting that people might actually break area 10,500 in the dungeons. Oof.
I wonder what the highest possible area will be.
Depends, I think. Because, like, it's uncapped, right? So if you can build the DPS, if you have the legendary items, you could... I guess you'd max out, because the areas are an integer variable, so you could max out at 1.8 E308 areas. Yeah, yeah, that'd be a lot of areas. Kevin can hide behind his coffee cup, we won't mind. G-Freeze. Yes, this is such a great game. Most games are just like, click this and you get money, but it's so complex but visually pleasing and amazing developers to go along with it. Aw.
Well, thanks.
X-Lade, is the anniversary event going to come out in July still, or will it be pushed? I've had thoughts of pushing it because there is some wiggle room in the event schedule, but I would like to do something in July still. So, like, I would start all the code giveaways and stuff in July, and then we would maybe do, like, the anniversary update after the end of the Littlefoot's Big Adventure event, if there's going to be anything major updated for the anniversary. Zerberu, something for the future. What about a fan meet and greet? Would be impossible for me from Germany, but I think some people would like to meet other Crusaders. I'm thinking a costume cosplay party. Oh. Well, we've tried going to conventions in the past. I think most of the ones where we featured Crusaders were the local conventions. And then the marketing team went off to the PAXs when PAXs were still happening. But that was for Idle Champions promotions, although Clive and Eric did go to MomoCon for Crusaders. They enjoyed that one, actually, and they met some Crusaders fans. But, like, actually hosting a party for Crusaders fans to come and meet each other. I don't think that's ever come up before.
I mean, that's the kind of thing that people could organize themselves if they're in the same area. I was just going to say that I don't think we've ever seen a Crusaders cosplay, and I would be into that. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it'd be Crusaders that people went on cosplay as. That's pretty cool. Chavky maybe. I finally got the final epic for the queen after once again warping like 30-something chests and using all my warps. Oh, wow, you're skirting the edge of the time warps. I know some players are still hoarding them like crazy. Susan asks, why not do a rolling Zoom for folks to do meet and greet? Interesting.
I mean, I guess if it's a really popular idea,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think, like, depends what they mean by rolling Zoom. Like, if it's just like 2 hours where you can just pop in, say hi in a webcam and pop out kind of deal, or because like we don't really have that much spare time to devote to random meet and greets. But Susan says they definitely want to visit our offices sometime in the future. Eric would probably enjoy a visit from you, and hopefully in the post-COVID world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, rolling like time zones, so somehow cover all the time zones. Oof.
Oh, I don't know. Huh.
That would be multiple Zoom goals for sure.
Yeah. I mean, our work hours are our work hours.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I wonder what the big difference between like a meet and greet and just these streams really, because the community isn't all that big. Like, if you come to the stream, you can definitely directly ask questions of either of us, and we will answer.
Yeah, you've definitely got access to us as the Crusaders team with our streams and our Reddit Q&A. But yeah, I guess we only see a select view of the community when they come out to see us and say hi. And then they're just watching the VOD if they can't make the live streams. So there is that point. But I mean, I'll mention it to marketing and see what happens.
Yeah. It's always worth it to ask.
Xlade can't come out. I'm stuck in dungeon farming idols.
Yeah.
Susan says, not continual, just spot set, kind of like when we do Extra Life, but just set times for a time for Central Europe, a time for USA, time for Asia, Middle East, etc.
I don't know, that just seems like a lot.
A little bit.
Extra Life is a big thing. Like, it takes quite a lot of planning, and obviously it's very fun, but it's also very exhausting.
Algomeration says, hey Erika and Kat, hello.
Hello?
Alphi, I warped the whole last event for the belt, no luck. Then I drained 800 challenge tokens trying to get the Amani belt. After the event, no luck. Finally got it today with the recipes.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, that's a lot of work to get the belt. Croc, who would we dress as if we were going to cosplay as a Crusader? Huh. Well, Sarah's too easy because she's just a normal human.
Well, Gemfell is like the only fat lady that we have, so I would probably default to that. But I would prefer something more monstrous. Nothing's coming to mind immediately.
Well, I mean, Esorgnak, but that's a huge costume to make.
Yeah, that's like, yeah. I've never done cosplay, really. It was always something I wanted to do when I was younger, but yeah. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, no, watching some of the shows they used to make about cosplaying. It's like, yeah, I have to source this and I have to buy that and do the makeup and get good at having wigs and stuff. It's like, oh my gosh.
And then there's the people that like teach themselves leather working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And make their own chainmail, and it's like, whew.
Yeah, I'm friends with a couple cosplayers, and one in particular who's fairly popular, and makes just about all of her own stuff, and it's like just about a full-time job.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really into cosplay either, so I can't really think of which Crusader. I guess my hair is always mostly in a ponytail, so I always cosplay as Natalie Dragon, right? Xlade, by the way, why does the new Billy skin look so sad?
That was not really on purpose, so I can't tell you. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think he'd be that happy about being turned into an alien.
Tribal Sage, what do you think about some sort of celebration party tag exclusive to skins given on anniversaries? Huh. I'm not quite sure.
Want more tags.
Yeah, it would just like be a vanity tag. It wouldn't actually have any real purpose because it would be so rare and so exclusive. Bunga Bunts. Good morning, Erika and Kat. I missed the stream getting new glasses. Going to have to watch the VOD later.
Yeah. Well, hope your new glasses are good.
Yeah.
Always takes me a while to adjust.
Cassius, if Erika is cosplaying as Natalie, who's cosplaying Nate? I would say my brother, but Mom said he recently shaved his entire head bald.
Oh.
Get on the bald trend. It's like, okay.
I was gonna say Nick, because sometimes he has kind of a hair horn going on.
Yeah. Chavky's like, duh, Eric would. I mean, Eric did cosplay as Jim, kinda, sorta.
Yeah.
Lexi Ree, back to work for me. Have a good weekend, ladies. Thank you for the stream. Have a good weekend yourself.
Yeah.
Zerbrew, Carmen and Petunia short and stacked cosplay would be funny looking.
You'd have to get a real good friend to help you do that.
Puppet. Get a puppet.
Oh yeah, puppet would work. Belly puppet.
Cassius, a new bald skin for Nate, problem solved. Yeah, then my brother could be Nate. Ragnar, sorry, but have to get in my semi-weekly request for a merch store where I can get one of those Crusader t-shirts.
That's fair.
That's fair. Susan says, put the puppet over your shoulders and then stick your head up the middle of the coat.
You'd be a very tall dwarf unless you're an exceptionally small, short person, but that's okay.
Their faces, they go missing. Layers.
Yeah. It's kind of a bad habit, probably, but I don't know. It's the way I work. I don't name anything, and I have a million layers.
I think that's the good question to end up the stream. Cubert, Kat, can you describe the senior drawing? Is it Ilsa and Gloria?
It is. It is Gloria trying to teach Ilsa how to polymorph things into frogs. So Gloria has a normal frog in front of her, and Ilsa has a toaster frog, and then a pile of things that are not quite frogs. So we got a hammer frog, a book frog, a teacup, a burger, and a potion bottle. Yeah, she's not so good at it.
That's gonna be one fun coloring sheet.
I hope so. Inspired by that scene in one of the early Harry Potter movies where Ron turns a teacup into a rat teacup. So, because Ilsa is insane. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
She's having fun.
So yeah, that has been our stream for Thursday, July 9th. Oh my gosh, it's July. Still, I mean, it was July last week.
Yeah, but what is time, man?
Yeah. I've been Erika, that's been Kat. The Alien Invasion Day event is running until next Wednesday due to the late launch last week. Yeah, and the Aliens promo this weekend with the buffs to Mindy and some of the other aliens. Yeah, and thank you guys for coming out and being an awesome community, and thank you to Sasha behind the scenes for being the moderator on the C&E Games account. And we'll see you next week. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Bye.